My first experience in learning cross rhythms was when I was about 12 and I was studying with Rowan Taylor, Professor Rowan Taylor, who was a music professor at Pierce College. And he assigned me to learn the piece Serenade by Franz Schubert. And I had never done cross rhythms. And so his approach with me was what I call the listening approach. He played the 3 against 2 over and over for me. And then his suggestion for me to learn it was to play the right hand, play the left hand, get that rhythm rock solid, and then work on fitting the 3 against 2. And he did play it for me a lot. And so eventually I got it. I think it took a couple of weeks, and I had a lot of tears, and most of my teachers use that approach, and it's a wonderful approach because you completely use the ear. And so that happened for 3 against 2. It happened when I came across 2 against 3. As I got to 4 against 3, 3 against 4, those were a little more difficult, but same thing. My teachers would say, do each hand and then do the beat of the cross rhythm, do each hand and then do the beat of the cross rhythm, and do that over and over, and you can just do it until it just starts to fit together. And I would do that, and sometimes you would do hundreds of repetitions of a beat or 2 beats, how many ever it was, and listen to it a lot, and that worked. And so for all of those cross rhythms in learning, that is the approach that I used. And I think it's wonderful. And so as I began teaching and would come across or assign students pieces that had various cross rhythms, I would use the same approach and would have them listen and do the hands alone, and isolate the beat of the cross rhythm or the 2 beats, and then they would do that and then play the entire measure. And again, a lot of hands alone and listening and fitting it. And at some point it would get, the cross rhythm would fit, and it would work. So this, in my early years of teaching, that's what I did. At some point I had a student that this did not work for. So doing that listening, doing it hundreds of times, it would not work. And another student, I remembered, they got it to fit, and then it would unfit. And so that was very disconcerting for me as a teacher, because I used the approach and the process that I learned on, and I had used it on many students, and it did work. So at some point I thought, I've got to figure this out. I've got to find a better way than just each hand. Not a better way. That's a great way. I don't want to knock anything. So I needed to find an alternate approach to helping students. And one of the things I found, and this is what we're going to discuss today, is even the students who use the ear in their approach and that listening approach and doing it hundreds of times until they get it, this alternate approach that I am going to go through today helps them and helps them understand it even better. So the first thing let's do is, and I have a handout with this presentation which will kind of follow along, so hopefully you've got that with you. I'm going to start with 2 against 3, and for our purposes, when I say 2 against 3, it means that the top hand has 2 and the bottom hand has 3. So typically it's 2/8 notes in the right hand and 3/8 notes in the left hand. So I love this example of in a Mozart sonata, the sonata in F major, K332, the first movement. And there's a wonderful phrase that has 2 measures of 2 against 3. So I'll just play that. And it goes like that. So one of the first things to do with a student when we are teaching cross rhythms, especially for the first time, is to talk about how 2 and 3 in the same beat, they don't fit, of course. And I talk about the math. And so the easiest thing is to say the least common multiple of 2 and 3 is 6. And so I have a little chart, and this is on the handout. You can follow it. And it's the mathematical part of 2 against 3 or 3 against 2. And you can see if you have 2 in the right hand and 3 in the left hand. So we're going to be counting to 6. And it would sound like this. The right hand would have 2 notes. And so each note would equal 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the left hand would have 3 notes, and so each of them would have 2 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I show students this, and then we put them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you can flip it also and have 3 against 2, which I will get to later. I will also show them what the rhythm comes out sounding like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's just to help them understand where the 6 comes out of 2 and 3. Then I also show them 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. So that's just the overall rhythm that you will hear when the hands are together. So another thing I will do is show them also that 1, 2, and 3, but put where the right and left go, which is together, left, right, left. Together, left, right, left. Together, left, right, left. Together, left, right, left. So we will do that. And one of the easiest ways then in going to the music is you have together, left, right, left. And then there are many rhythm words. There's no right or wrong in rhythm words. And most of you probably have this already. But my favorite in the 2 against 3 is strawberry time, strawberry time, strawberry time. I have a whole list of rhythm words. So we have strawberry time, strawberry time. Another one is not difficult, not difficult. We can also use who parked the car, who parked the car. Or George Washington, George Washington. Or nice cup of tea, nice cup of tea. So if you apply those rhythm words to the piece that we're doing, so we can look at the Mozart. Strawberry time, strawberry time, strawberry time. And you kind of go from there. Or not difficult, not difficult, not difficult. And that's another step of using the ear and making it as simple as possible. And I've used that, and students will get it right off, and then you go from there. What do you do when a student doesn't get it right off? So I have a couple of little exercises on 2 against 3, and then another one on 3 against 2. So you can take the strawberry time, strawberry time, strawberry time, strawberry time. Not difficult, not difficult. So you can do that, and then I have a little exercise which is just in the 5-finger in the right hand, and just the 1 and 5 chords in your left hand. And so the right hand is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, and the left hand is 1, 2, 3. So we have that triplet. Then when you put them together, so I would have the students clap together, left, right, left, together, left, right, left, and they can play, again, just single notes, together, left, right, left, together, left, right, left. So we do that, and then just try this little exercise. Another one for 3 against 2. This helps. Again, we're using their ear, we're using rhythm words, which are just wonderful, and again, work for a lot of students. If the student is still struggling with playing with strawberry time, strawberry time, or not difficult, not difficult. My favorite for me is strawberry time, and you probably have various ones that you use. If they're struggling with that, and one of the things that I see sometimes with a 2 against 3 is we will go through that and they get it, and then at some point they'll do. So they sing-song the 2/8 notes. So I devised a little chart and just divide up the little rhythm to help them feel that. And we go 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3. Over and over, and then I have them tie the quarter note to the 8th note, and they see that and play that, and it, because they've already done. Then when we do 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3. Also show them in notation, and this is a wonderful actually rhythm notation exercise because they start understanding the relationships between the notes. I show them what it looks like in a dotted quarter note in the right hand, and then regular quarter notes in the left hand. I won't play this, but I'll scroll down. You can see, show them what it looks like in 3/8 time, and we go on from there. I sometimes, depends on the student, some students can get this in a week or 2. Others, I have them do lots of different of these rhythms and counting it out, and then I merge it into the music and when I feel like they're ready, and if it works, then we just move on. If it does not, then I keep working on this little exercise, and I would say 99 out of 100 times I am successful with using this approach, notating that cross rhythm just so they can see how the relationships work and take their time learning it. I've also used it with students who already know all their cross rhythms, but if it's not tight enough or maybe they have questions about it, I will take them through this little exercise, and it tightens it up and it sounds better. So it's a wonderful way to do that. I like it. So go out there and do it. Thank you for being a great audience, and till the next time. Thank you.